Identity is one of the most fundamental needs in our society. The ever-increasing number of interactions between entities is exposing critical flaws within our current identity architecture. The present world of identity management is riddled with constant data breaches, mismanagement of private data, as well as the frequent exposure of all types of confidential data. Entities have little to no control over their data when it is duplicated and distributed to thousands of database silos, in some cases all over the world, thus leaving this data vulnerable to inconsistencies, attacks, breaches, and misuse. As these data silos become more massive, the liability of protecting and managing them becomes an enormous cost that every entity is having to bear, both professionally and financially. Major inefficiencies are also created when individuals have to continually go back and update these data silos with never-ending changes, causing an extreme waste of time and effort by the user. Entities are forced to give up their data and rights to privacy for convenience, as they cannot continually update their information for all their interactions. This current identity architecture has resulted due to the individual's lack of having their own place to store and manage their information while also having this data protected. Identity is one of the most powerful facets an individual has and should be managed and owned only by the individual. It is paramount to find better ways to protect these identities in order for us all to progress as a global society. Having a memorable, secure, and global place to create, manage, store, and protect these identities will bridge us as a more secure society and develop true, persistent data over time. Introducing BridgeIdentity, an online identity ecosystem using blockchain technology. BridgeIdentity creates a unique, unduplicatable identity on the blockchain for individuals, businesses, and governments. This platform allows entities to safely store, transfer, manage, and protect their own identity data. Identity data will be stored on multiple blockchains where the data is split into pieces and decentralized into countless data centers across the world. Only with multiple factor identity authentication can the data ever come together in one place and be complete. Even if a data center holding a specific piece of information was breached, the data retrieved would be incomplete, giving irrelevant or useless pieces of data. For individuals, this platform can contain all the identities an individual may have, such as medical, financial, federal, assets, education, business, insurance, and personal. Individuals will be able to safely control multiple types of their information at once and allow access to authorizing requesting parties by giving permissions to specified information. With the BridgeIdentity app, a user will be able to digitally transfer all the requested information to the requester upon authentication and be able to specify exactly what information the requester has access to, whom has access to the information, when, and for how long. The user will have full control of their information, and businesses will now have to come to the individual to access their information. Businesses and governments will be able to offload sensitive data to the blockchain as well, making data more secure, eliminating expensive database costs, and removing the liability of breach. Entities maintain ownership of the data in the blockchain and will have access to other specified information from other BridgeIdentity members. This will allow entities to link their information to various databases and automatically update their database with clean information. Entities only have to pay for the data they use and can also have access to permissioned analytics. Each piece of specific data will be decentralized throughout hundreds of nodes. Data owners can access a specific piece of data directly as well through hundreds of specific name portal sites. Take, for example, vehicle information will exist and be accessible at myvehicleid.com and an address at myaddressid.com, and so on with all identities and objects. This separation of data is unique only to BridgeIdentity and is intended to allow direct access to specific information and further protect the decentralized architecture. BridgeIdentity will also be a stable platform for the Internet of Things and allow for devices and objects to interact directly with systems and other things. The future applications of BridgeIdentity are virtually infinite and will change how business identity processes work throughout all industries and even pave the way for many new technological advancements. Some of these applications can include an infrastructure for the creation of smart cities and the FirstNet communication architecture. An accurate digital voting system could be put in place, moving our world towards a more realized democracy. Wills can be encoded into smart contracts and immediately take effect upon death, averting legal issues and missing wills. Titles and real property can be bought and sold online as a certified digital reference linked to actual property. A peer-to-peer lending network can be created, allowing individuals to borrow directly from other individuals through smart contracts. Digital work such as music, videos, and content can now be protected and monetized efficiently. A direct international payment system can now utilize cryptocurrencies or reference fiat systems to transfer value at minimal cost for remittances, immigrants, and refugees. The power for the modernization of taxation based on real use of services. Birth and death certificates can now be accurate and verified. The creation of protected and verified traveler identities with global biometric authentication accessible from anywhere in the world. These are just a few of the applications which would have a profound impact on our world. BridgeIdentity envisions operating the identity portals as decentralized cooperative organizations, and therefore will not have access to any information unless given specific permission by the owner of that data. All entities deserve to have true ownership of their information with the highest tier of security and privacy attainable in this modern age of technology. Let us begin to protect and use our information in an efficient manner and transition towards true universal identity management. BridgeIdentity, let us cross together.